Hello, everyone, and welcome to a solo Disgruntled Elk stream today. Just me. My apologies. But wanted to talk about kind of where we're at right now, what's going on, and kind of where to go from here. Let's just start with the main deck. Tezzeret, still great. Not totally sure if he should be a 4 of, but he's really, really good, so I'm going to keep playing 4 until I'm absolutely convinced I should be playing fewer copies. He adds a lot of utility to the deck. We also cut an Ornithopter for the Tormod script to move it to the main, so that way we kind of, one, free up a spot in the sideboard, but it keeps 0 count high and also allows us to play Tezzeret on 3 with no Mox Opal, immediately grab like a Tormod script for, say, Reanimator or other strange things, and be happy to just play it. We are a lot better at leveraging just random pieces of artifact cardboard that cost 0 than a lot of other decks. So yeah, like not only of course does it turn on Mox Opal, pumps constructs, enables Paladin Metalcraft, but just having it on turn 2 after your cutter is a good way to just kind of get the ball rolling. We also have 2 portable holes in the main. Cards just kind of really good. You can always side one out if you want. And then everything else kind of the same. Steel Shaper's Gift continues to be great. 20 lands. I've been playing a lot of games where I either have 1 to 2 lands and never draw a second or third in like 9-10 looks, or I find 30 lands. So kind of something I'm working through. I still think a little bit more, or more copies of lands are better than fewer copies, but that's kind of where I'm at. Now, in terms of the sideboard, we have changed things quite a bit here. Megas the Moon, because I really dislike Amulet, and I dislike losing to it. You could play Blood Moon in this slot. The big issue with Blood Moon, of course, is that it gets tagged by Force of Vigor and Beseiju. If we wanted to play Magus of the Moon effect against something like, Black White X Scam or Blink, whatever you want to call it, then I could reasonably see playing Blood Moon in that slot. But I think Magus of the Moon is slightly better. And then we've got some interesting ones. So Grafdigger's Cage and Vexing Bauble are kind of the go-to next best hate pieces. Cage is not only good against, obviously graveyard shells like Reanimator, Goryo's Vengeance, whatever, but it also stops like these birthing ritual decks. Court of Calling, not so popular, but it stops kind of all those effects. And it's just a really nice tool to have. The ones we are trying, we also are down to 2 Lightning Bolt, 2 Wear Tear. So let's talk about the spicier ones we're trying. First, we're trying 1 Engineer Explosives instead of the 3rd Lightning Bolt. No idea if this is correct. I've played 0 games with Engineer Explosives, but the big thing is you can grab it with Tezzeret. It's a way to, like, one, you can deploy it proactively if you want to trigger your cutter, or just it's an artifact for Mox. But also, with the exception of like, sometimes we have hate pieces, but like usually there's not a ton of cards in play that cost 1 mana. So being able to go EE on 1 against Boros and immediately pop it to kill like their Ocelot Pride, their like Static Prisons if they have those, is just really powerful. It's also just really flexible card. So no idea if it's correct, but it seems good. Also against like the affinity decks that are running around right now, they spam the Emissary and then make a bunch of drones. Being able to just clean those up easily is a nice little bonus. And then we have 4 slots for good old Torpor Orb. Now, we had some Elish Norns in here. I think I had 3 copies. And I still think she's good. The thought process behind Elish Norn is she is good against both Amulet Titan as well as the Blink decks. Additionally, because she costs 5 mana, she can't be fatal pushed like Hushbringer, and she can't reasonably be tagged by a Wrath of the Skies, right? Because 7 mana effectively in that deck is just not usually a feasible thing. That being said, we've also seen this blue-white warp deck pop up, and That's basically the Guide of Souls Ocelot Pride shell, but with access to the new, I think it's a Sphinx, the Rizzler, as a lot of people are calling it, the Quantum Riddler, just fueling a ton of card advantage. Torpor Orb stopping all creatures from triggering anything when they enter the battlefield is huge. And so I think the plan against those two shells is like, here's 4 Torpor Orbs. Your Solitudes don't work. Your Phillies don't really do much either. Witch Enchanters, Flicker Wisps, most of the deck just stops to work. Obviously, they can do things like Static Prison, but that's why we're just trying 4 of these. I've just seen a lot of that deck pop up. Now, what if they Wrath of the Skies us, you might say? That is a thing that can happen. Luckily, in a lot of those decks, Wrath of the Skies for 2 does not feel great because it kills their Felia. In the Boros deck, it kills like almost all their stuff, except for like a flip to Johnny. So I'm pretty happy there. And then we have 1 Welding Jar, which, for those of you not in the know, 0 mana artifact. Sack this artifact, regenerate target artifact. So the idea is, we have all these hate pieces like Pithing Needle, Tormod's Crypt, Grafdigger's Cage, Vexing Bauble, obviously a little awkward if you're casting the Welding Jar, and of course Torpor Orb. Welding Jar lets us protect this, so it's a way to freely protect one of our hate pieces that we can grab with Tezzeret or Urza Saga. It might suck, but it's also a 0, so can't be like that bad. And so yeah, let's just go ahead, jump in, make sure stream is good, and yeah. I think I'm actually in the middle of the league, so make sure things are actually populating. It looks like they are. Love to see it. Yeah, so we're 1-1 league. We'll just drop from that. It's fine. Okay, and first things first, when you have 100 variants of the same deck, let's take a look, make sure the deck is correct. Looks like it is. And let's play League Match. Yeah, I've been really happy with kind of where Modern's going right now. Obviously, there are some things that I think are kind of outliers in the format right now, but it's never going to be perfect. That's fine. Yeah, so we'll shall see. With our luck, of course, we have all these Torpor Orbs and Maguses. I'm sure we'll just play against nothing but Boros and lose the die roll and get... yeah. I think it's still fine. We'll see. Yeah, so we played against Frog, where they did just have like very good draws, and also like I'm trying to remember what happened in game 1. Did we just brick on lands forever? That might have happened. Game 2, I think we like needled Frog, and then they just played 2 frogs and attacked us. No, I think it was we got game 1 when we had like the fast Saga start. Game 2, they got us because they were able to like we kept a 1 land hand and got super punished, which is fine. Okay. I mean, we have interaction on 1. Bauble, yeah. This is a keep. We also have like reasonable mana, especially on the draw. Yep, let's keep. And go ahead. All right. Okay. That's kind of nice. Question is, do we want to surveil here? I think we're going to be cashing in this Bauble. Now that we have another 0, this means that we can also just draw a... this means we can also draw a Cutter. So I'm going to Bauble myself here. Ornithopter, don't really want that. So I'm going... like, I kind of want to get the Hammer down, but I think I would rather... well, So if we get the hammered, I'm just gonna parlor here. I think we've been that. I'm not terribly excited by it. Okay, so the plan will be if we go, yeah, so we get 2 draws. Hopefully we just draw a cutter. That's basically every match I ever play. The first like 3 turns of the game, just another cutter. Okay, so Thundering Falls, bin another Thundering Falls. Okay, you were late. What does this mean? It could be, oh boy. Oh, kill me. Okay, well, Portable Hole, you're king. Man, all right, well, like, I'm not casting the Portable Hole. And I will just play this hammer out. Whew. Okay, so red blue storm. The blue is likely for like Gifts Ungiven and Into the Floodmaw. Every time. Every time. Okay, well, at least they... Oh, they just flipped him immediately. Okay. Sure. That's... It might have been a misclick. I don't know. That's surprising. Okay, so... Yeah, I mean, Cutter. Ornithopter. And I am going to run the Mantle out here, too, to put the Ral to 1. Might actually be incorrect. Funny enough. Yeah, I mean, they could still just kill us this next turn, but what you going to do, right? So next turn, we can go grab Crypt or Hammer, depending on what we find. Okay, how many? Jeez, okay. Just 3 Rals in the top. Okay. Nothing else going on. They're probably dead. Paradise Mantle looking real tasty here. Okay, so we need to figure out if we can kill them. And if we can kill them, then that's what we're going to do. So we're floating mana regardless. I don't think grabbing a Tormod's Crypt is reasonable. We can grab a Needle and name Ral Leyline Prodigy. That's pretty good against them. But I think I'm playing this deck because I want to kill people. So that's what I'm going to do. All right, first things first. There's that. Let's do that. Now, okay, cool. There we go. Whew, Jesus. All right, so we do have quite a bit against them. Vexing Bauble is good against Ral ults. Cage is solid. Welding Jar protects our hate pieces, which is actually kind of weird because against them specifically, they can bounce it because they're on blue. So I don't know, kind of weird. Let me think about this. So typically against Storm, we bring in the Bolt, Cage, Vexing Bauble, and Welding Jar. Okay, sure. And we cut Baubles, a Spear, a Cutter, and a Mantle. Sure. 2 Baubles, a Cutter, a Spear, and a Mantle. No, that can't be right. On the draw, I'm actually willing to believe that we're supposed to trim a Tezz. Yeah. Keep as many zeros as we can. I think Wear Tear is too slow against them. If they were on the white build, I might consider it because it kills like Static Prison, which is a pretty common card. Okay, well, I mean, I'm not keeping this hand. Okay. So yeah, I think this is a turn we get to. So I will actually grab a basic planes here. Because there could be a world where they Blood Moon us, and we don't really need second red. And next turn, I'm almost certainly just deploying multiple hate pieces. Yeah, okay, cool. So, question is, which ones are we deploying? And I think the answer is Cage and Needle named Leyline Prodigy. Yeah. Because if we draw a 0, I want to be able to deploy the 0. So I want to be able to go like Cutter, Cutter, 0, Bobble. So I will get a red here. And then, yeah, let's Ral Leyline Prodigy. Make sure one more time. Yep. All right. That's the one. And then Cage as well. Okay. Here are some hate pieces. Yep. And so next turn, it's almost certainly just like Cutter, maybe gift for another Cutter. I don't think that's crazy. And then we can also start like the following turn, Tezz, grab just like more hate pieces, or even I think a like a hole would be reasonable, just as like you want to make Stormfight through as much weird shit as possible, and that's kind of the plan here. And I think the reason Cutter's so good is because it lets us provide pressure while still like, you know, adding these lock pieces kind of throughout. We're doing the weave as it's called. Yeah, so Cage is not like great here, but I think it's fine. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Let's see if we see the rare like sideways Ral. Okay. Chose not to flip this time. Yep, ritual. All right. What else you got for me? Valakut Awakening. Okay. Losing some flips. Love that. Okay, so bottomed 2 cards, drew 3 new ones. I mean, it's possible they could do like a weird great shot from here. I wouldn't appreciate it. Wish. I would assume there's a meltdown in my future, but we shall see. Oh, Galvanic Relay. Okay, sure. How do they keep winning flips? This is nonsense. He lost 2 flips. Okay. Yep. So what's exiled? Ren's Resolve, Reckless. So Reckless Impulse times 3 effectively, and Desperate Ritual and 2 lands. Okay, that's not a bad one. So I am curious if we're supposed to Cutter here. If we go Cutter, Bobble, make a guy, we can then follow up with like Tezz on the following turn. We can also Tezz right now to grab Tormod's Crypt. That doesn't seem... I guess we can also grab Mox Opal, cast Vexing Bauble. I think we want to get some pressure going. I also don't think grabbing the Tormod's Crypt is insane. Because I could see them having more of like the bounce effects. Also, Tormod's Crypt means that even if they like bounce the cage, we can nuke their yard. Okay, I talked myself back into the other way. You want to consign it? Okay. That's a no. All right. Yep, fetch away. Bolt the Tezz? I don't know. Could be. I've seen sillier things happen. The advantage, of course, to grabbing Mox Opal is we can go like Mox Opal. We can go Mox Opal, put another loyalty, cast Vexing Bauble, put another loyalty. I think Crypt is correct, but it is close. It's either like Crypt. If I knew they didn't have like bounce effects, then I would grab the Welding Jar, but I think grabbing Crypt is good here. All right. Grab Crypt, cast Crypt. Nothing super exciting in their yard, nothing juicy. And now, of course, if we do get to untap somehow with the Tezz in play, I mean, they said cool deck. That means I'm going to super die. Okay, so they have, make it easier. All right, yep. So Ritual first. Okay. Friends Resolve. So many piles. Yep, all right. Okay, losing some flips. Love that. Lose more flips. Okay, they won more flips. Valakut Awakening is good, but not insane. They do have another Ruby they can deploy here. I believe they already played land for turn off of the Galvanic Relay. Okay, so now they are casting Valakut Awakening. How many cards are they bottoming? Their whole hand checks out. I would assume they Reckless Impulse. This is a wild game. Hope y'all are enjoying the fireworks. Like, this is so many cards. Ritual and Into the Flood Maw. Okay. So, Flood Maw is actually the reason we were supposed to Vexing Bauble, right? Yeah, because if we Vexing Bauble, then that means even if they bounce the needle, we can, like, they can't ult the Ral. Okay, cool. So we punted. That's fine. That's fine. I like learning. Obviously, a Pass in Flames doesn't do much, and they've used a ton of their whatevers. Okay. Not. I mean, the second Ral is pretty disgusting. Okay. Yeah. So we should have deployed Bauble for this exact contingency. But all right, good to know. Good to know. Oh yeah, you can't cast the Ral off a Ral, right? You can only cast instants and sorceries. Okay. Oh, and I'm dead. Okay. Fair enough. All right, so we punted and got deservedly punished. Fair enough. Fair enough. I think this is fine. I'm still assuming they have some sort of shatter effects, so I'm going to keep the welding jar in. I don't play against Storm that much. I mean, okay, this is certainly a keep. Just turn 1, Crypt, Hammer? I think so. We can also just, like, turn 1. Ooh, yeah, so if we surveil, then I should have thought about this, but here we are. So if we surveil, because we want to hit another white source super bad. I think I'm kind of in, yeah. That counts. In case they do something weird like play a chalice. I don't know. Okay, so yeah, now we get to go Saga, Hammer, Mopal, Paladin, Equip. That's a pretty good turn too. Note that I can still die, but it's pretty hard. Okay, this is what I got. This is an instance, so like, note that I cut the surges from the deck. I have no idea if it's correct. Okay. But it would be nice in this matchup where they're playing like Into the Flood Maw. Okay, well, I would like to do this. GG. Opponent was very pleasant. Okay, so much better start. That was kind of crazy. So I liked the play of Tezz, but what I should have done was Tezz minus grab Mopal instead, and then you cast Mopal, get a loyalty on Tezz, and then cast the Vexing Bauble, because it does create the redundancies against specifically Ral, because they're gonna flip that freaking Ral. Okay, yeah, this is easy keep. It's the turn 1 fetch shock gift for a cutter, turn 2 cutter ornithopter, turn 3 hammer paladin equip. All right, pretty good. Oh, okay. I was like, no opponent. Okay. Ooh. I still think I'm supposed to, against black red, I still like just grabbing a cutter here, but it got way closer when we drew the 8. Yeah, appreciate everyone hanging out. Hopefully you're enjoying some non-traditional gameplay for Modern. Do we have any MH3 cards? I don't think we do. Nah. My heart almost made me cast the 8 anyway. Yeah, let's grab a cutter. It would have been really sick if we had had another 0, because then we could have like deployed the Thopter and then potentially aid hammer instead. Okay, Raucous Theater, Binning, Mountain. This could be a ton of different decks, so I'm not going to worry about it. Blazemire Verge. Okay, okay, sure. Yep, so let's cast this. Cast Thopter. Not really anti-wrath. Like, so if you do want a hard anti-wrath card, you can just play Boros Charm. I think the bigger issue against the black, like the decks that play Wrath, other than like blue-white control, which don't tell George, but that's not a real deck, is that they just like solitude you into oblivion and then also pressure a little bit. So the plan is actually just, if you look at the deck list, it's just 4 torpor orbs and a welding jar. So now the question is, are we bobbling? Okay. Pushing. If we bobble and they go Bowmaster, is that even that bad for us? I think we bobble on their upkeep. It's fine. I'm doing it now because... Oh, sure. Just hit him with the LOL. Okay, so they're gonna Bowmaster us. It's honestly, sure. Okay. It's not like my favorite thing. They're gonna get to kill the Ornithopter. Okay. I mean, I think I'm just gonna go aid, hammer, hit you for 12. Seems fine. Yeah. 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 Seems good to me. And I think I do gift for a cutter here. Because it means that we will almost certainly just trigger both. And we get the extra point, so crunching for 13. 11, it's fine. I am curious. A lot of people like don't realize Cutter gives trample. Because usually not super relevant. Yeah, Sarah Thorhalls, I don't know if Welding Jar is actually any good, but I do like it in the in this world where we are going just like crazy with Torpor Orbs and other lock pieces. So like I'm not convinced it's correct. Yeah, so we're just gonna float mana here. So this is interesting. I think I'm going to cast Cutter and Hammer now. This is a weird game. It gives me an additional body. An additional 2 bodies. All right. Yes, I will move it. Yes, I will move it. Put this here. And like, honestly, maybe just get a Shadow Spear for this guy. Now, it doesn't matter. But look at these monks. They're crazy. So the bad news is I have no idea what they're playing. That is the bad news. I have no idea if Lightning Bolt's good. Welding Jar is probably fine. EE is probably not great. We saw white mana, so they could be playing like Clarion Conqueror. Bolt's never like that bad. We know they're not a creativity deck because they had a creature in their deck that was not Archon of Cruelty or another big fatty. I'm always hard pressed to cut the needle because, like, I mean, frankly, it just almost always is live. I think I'd rather trim like a Bauble and not an Opal. So historically, I've been like, oh, we can't ever trim down below 0 like below 1 Ornithopter, because then Tezz can't grab it. But I think that's okay. We're gonna try it. Could totally be wrong. I'm gonna draw. Tezz is also a little dicier against a red-black deck that can presumably attack. Yes, this is, say whatever you will, this is the best Steel Cutter deck. It is the best Steel Cutter deck because we have so many Steel Cutters. I will keep this because we have Cutter. I don't know what else to say. Not very. So to dive in, we have the ability to Cutter onto plus trigger it, and then just kind of keep the good times rolling by triggering it every turn for the rest of the game. I will keep land 3. They could be like a Burning Inquiry Hollow One deck. That's another reasonable thing. White mana is not super common. I think we saw Sacred Foundry game 1. Don't do it. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so likely some sort of reanimation package. So glad I think we kept it in the crypt, right? I'm not crazy. Yeah, good job. Okay, so yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna... Did they fetch... No, they just played the swamp out of their hand, and we have the opals to cover our white mana needs. No, can't cast that. Yes. Whee! All right, so next turn we can go Tezzeret, play Moxo, play Aid? I don't know, we'll see. There's a lot, we can get up to a lot of stuff next turn. We can't ultimate the Tezz, right? 1, 2. Resurgent, sick. Resurgent Belief. I feel kind of bad. No, not this one. This one. It's the suspend, return all enchantments from your graveyard to the battlefield. Yeah, this league is way better than the last league. Okay, we can almost ult the Tezz this turn. So is there a black spell that like domes a planeswalker? I don't think so. Not that I should respect. I'll put it that way. Yeah, play this first. Let's cast this. This will grant us Metalcraft. Yeah, I'll move it on the new one. It's fine. And now let's float mana. Actually, we can go 1, 2. So we have 2 mana, so we can Aid and Hammer. Yeah, sure. All right. I do think I'm going to get a Crypt here, though, because I think that's how we could lose. Okay, pump the Tezz up again. Aid. Cast another Mox. Just so many prowess triggers. Yeah, I didn't know that this card was played either in Modern, but I'm glad it is because I think Replenishment is the OG version, and Card's really cool. Yeah, all right. I think I will attack for 11. Okay, well, let's cast this then. Not quite lethal. Almost lethal. Put you to 1. Bang. My meltdown looking cute right now. Why aren't all my opponents this awesome? And that is the thing, right? Like, GG. Cool. All right. Some rare MTGO sugar. Rare. Oh, wow. We are right back in it. Okay. Triple Q. I hope they're not. Yeah, this is a keep because it's a cutter hand and also a hammer hand. And we're on the play. Let's go. Let's go. Could not ask for more. All right. Yep. Sacred Foundry for sure. Let's go grab a cutter. Yeah, look at how many cutters we have. We just have so many cutters. Could be an Enchantress player that's really tired of losing to Wrath. Honestly based. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, good news is we are on the play. Okay, that's fine. Not bad, not bad. All right. I do think I'm just gonna bet shock here. I think, like, I don't know what they could be doing, but I know I don't want anything to do with it. They could Karn us next turn, which we actually are equipped to fight. The cutters do a lot of work in terms of, like, enabling us to fight through hate, like Karn the Great Creator. Okay, so they're just the Tron build. Okay, Thought-Knot Seer. I guess they're taking the Paladin. I'd be quite surprised if they didn't. You're probably reading Tezzeret. It's not the most common card right now. Yeah, so this is the build that I'm, like, very happy to play Magus of the Moon against. That I was kind of talking about earlier. Because their mana is very bad against a Magus of the Moon. Yep, took the Paladin. Makes sense to me. Cutter. Okay. So, I mean, I'm definitely gifting. So we gift for a... I think we gift for a hammer here. No, we gift for the cutter because the Tezzeret lets us, the Tezzeret lets us find a hammer anyway. Yep. Get a cutter. Yep, all right. Cast this. I will not be moving it because I want a 4/4. If they would like to trade, I'm okay with that. They did not. Makes sense to me. Do we want another land? I guess the reason we would want another land is if they go like Karn the Great Creator, then we wouldn't be able to cast hammer off the Tezz. So I think I'm just going to bin that anyway. Yeah, Mopal's obviously not live anyway. Okay, sure. More ramp. Ooh. More ramp. You got it. If only I could needle mana abilities. Okay. So we go Cutter. Cutter, and then we can cast Mox, cast Tezz. That's pretty good. Yep. All right. Yep, equip there. And I think I am not moving these. Well, actually, I mean, so we move these over. They become 2/2s. And then we can Tezz minus, grab like a Paradise Mantle, crunch for 1 billion. I don't hate it. I think I am, in fact, going to do that. Keep this one. All right, yeah, just let's 0. Probably just grab Mishra's Bauble here. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Yeah, more damage. That's 18 damage coming across. Hell yeah. How would you like to block? Yep, makes sense to me. Go to 1? Okay. So I think I bobble myself. Yeah, I bobble myself in their upkeep. Because then, like, a Thought Not Seer doesn't do anything. Not that it does much anyway. Whew. Aren't the only basic lands 2 waste. I don't even think... Sorry, like, I'm locked in right now. I don't think they even play basic waste most of the time. Could totally be wrong. Urza's Saga. Do I want that? I think I will wait to determine that based on what happens here. So they have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's a bunch of mana. All is Dust, pretty good for sure. So I definitely don't want the Saga now. Okay. All right, we get 2 draws. Don't want that. Okay. Does that do anything? It triggers the Tezz, which is kind of nice. And then what can we get? So they like... One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they use 2 mana to grab... I could needle Expedition Map. I think I'm better off needling the Ugin, though. Sadly. Yeah. Sadly, Tezz down. Tezz down. Yeah, needle... Expedition. No. Could also... No, I'm just going to name Ugin Eye of the Storms, because this way, if they like draw another Ugin. It's like, the cute play is definitely name Ugin's Lab. So the question is, do we play 8? I don't think we do. It's close, though. Guess I could have bobbled them, too? I do think I'm going to bobble them now. Another expedition map, sure. I would like a cutter. Yep. I wonder if they have, like, Blast Zone. Power plant, okay. They have 1 billion mana. It is funny because even his cast trigger doesn't do anything currently. Okay. Sure. Interesting. Draw step. Okay. Well, I'm not casting the aid here. Okay. You have more manas. Yep. Just 1 billion mana. Yep. I will fetch. It's probably not worth it because if we draw a bobble, then being able to fix our draw a little bit is pretty good. Okay. This is a wild game. I just want to deal 1 point of damage. just the one, please. Sure. All right, so that we know they have Ugin and a mystery. Okay. So we go aid here. Yeah, so we play aid. I think I will actually just fetch here. Yeah, so we play aid. And then they're kind of incentivized to cast the Ugin to tag the aid. Yeah, I mean, we'll see if they come back. It's they're at 1, so every threat is lethal except for the other Ornithopter. Oh boy. Is it the biggest K command you've ever seen in your life? It looks like it. Yeah, absolutely is. Yep, for 16. Okay. You got it. 1 billion. Yep. What a silly game. Good news is they only get one of the cards. So they must have, well, I guess, I feel like they were supposed to use this because they can't tap it for colored mana. Yeah, I've never seen, okay, so I will say I've cast bigger K commands when I'm Brood Scale and I have infinite mana, but I don't think that counts. I think that's exempted from the world record books. 3 top, 13 bottom. That seems pretty reasonable. Okay. Question is, what is Karn getting? The world is your oyster, Karn. If they have an ensnaring bridge, I think it's an incredibly easy ensnaring bridge here. Okay. Like, maybe they don't have it. I don't know. This is a wild game, though. It's been great. Wonder if there's a way I could have played around the All is Dust. Ensnaring Bridge. Yeah, okay. Truly, truly shocking. Okay. Yeah, that is obnoxious. Is there anything we can do against the bridge game 1? I don't think there is. I think we're toast. That's sad. So tag the aid. I think I'm supposed to do this. If we put the hand, nah. Just let it happen. Okay. And casting Snaring Bridge. Sure. Yeah, and assuming my opponent is not bad, we are dead. We don't have another needle. Yeah, that's a shame. Yeah, if they didn't have exactly like the Karn for the bridge, obviously they K commanded for 1 billion. So, all right, yep. Let's go on. That's wild. That was a great game. Okay. The Maguses for sure. The EE is a consideration. Yeah, so I grab Ornithopter there, and then they grab any number of things, and then we die. Also, if they cast a colorless spell, they get to exile the aid, right? So, well, I guess like they have them. Yeah, so we were just supposed to grab Ornithopter, pass, and then pray they find nothing. Right, that's not insane. Yeah. Okay, so I like the bolts because they do tag Karn. I think Tezzeret is like, eh. Seeing all those, like talismans actually, like I don't mind the. I don't mind the portable holes. Usually, I think they're pretty terrible. Tormod's Crypt is terrible. Needle, Spear. So 2 more cards. Yeah, K command for 16 is tough. Okay, against Eldrazi Tron. Couple Tezz. 1 hole. So the Wear Tears and the Magus. Yeah, alright, so pass me agree. I don't think I actually want to cut 2 holes against this build. Engineer Explosives is very tempting to play on 0 because they could potentially be a like Chalice of the Void deck, but them being a Karn deck makes me way less interested at the same time. Okay, yes, this is an easy keep. We're gonna do the same thing, except maybe this time it works. Is that the definition of insanity? All right. Boop. Yep, there we go. Okay, so cutter, opal, trigger. Yep. Ooh, it's very tempting to do that, but I think I just go as aggressive as possible here. It is real tempting to just wear that. But I think that's what we call a trap. If it was a talisman, I probably would have, but obviously it's just a very different. So start with aid. Hammer here. Presumably if they have a K command, they... See, they can K command for 1. So yeah, let's do that here. It's a little weird. Oh my god, it's dismember? Alright, well. Okay. Let's go. Alright, that was fun. I don't think we changed much. That was great. I like whole, yeah. Okay, I think this is just correct. Do we want these Tezzerets? If we had... It's possible we are supposed to be playing more than one needle with how much access we have to them. Okay. These are all good. Yeah, it's just a question of like, do we want Tezzeret? I think the inclination is no, but he is colorless. He does grind pretty well. What would we cut? Maybe an Ornithopter. I don't really like that. Yeah, just stick with the 2 Tezz probably. Could be wrong, but we shall find out. Ooh. Exactly, Ross. Thank God they had a card not from Modern Horizons. Perfect. Take care, Sarah. Appreciate it. This hand does nothing. Okay. So I think we keep and bottom the parlor. How weird. Yeah, because I kind of want the needle, the hammer, and the cutter, so... And, like, definitely the paladin. Okay, that's a card from 24. Game 1 was so sick, they stabilized at 1, because I think I punted somewhere. I don't know, I wish I could see the replays, though. Okay, so they do have the Myco spawn. So they must be just looking for lands. Good to know. I would assume they're just looking for lands if they're throwing all that in the exile pile. Oh boy. Okay. Hopefully it plays something that I just needle on one. Nope. Sag. Wish I had that card back. I think I just run out this hammer. It's close. Because Surveilling is actually really good too. Yeah. Yeah, I think Surveilling's pretty big. Because now I definitely want to hit land 3. Oh boy. Oh boy. Just natty. Just the worst. No, not him. Okay. So I would presume it's like Plains, Cutter, Needle, Karn the Great Creator. Seems like the biggest problem. I'm about that, sure. Like, weirdly, the 7-mana Planeswalker is way less terrifying for me than the 4-mana one. All right, what you got for me? Surely not Natural Tron. They wouldn't. Oh my god, they did it. I knew it. Okay, well. Do they have Dismember? Yep, they do. That makes me sad. All right, took 4 to do it at least. Maybe they've got nothing. Doesn't look like nothing. Okay, that's fine. Fine is loosely used here. Okay. So is it Cutter Mopal? Make a dude and then try to go wide? I think that's pretty reasonable. It's also possible I was supposed to wait a turn for them to like attack, and then I can potentially dome the Karn for a bunch. Sure, more mana. Yeah. A kicked Myco spawn's pretty gross here. Okay. Actually, not the worst. So I would not mind another land. Okay, sure. Makes sense. All right. Untapped land, please. It's like almost an untapped land, so spear, hole, throw the talisman in the hole, I guess. Or Paladin Prey. I think Paladin Prey is reasonable. Okay. So don't do it. Oh my god. We're so dead. Yeah. Alright. Natty Tron, Karn, pretty gross. I think we take it here. Okay. So we gain 3, 4, 5. So yeah, this is because so it'll have 2 prowess triggers. It'll become a 5. We'll go to 13. And we'll have a blocker. Maybe we are supposed to aid Hull? Sure. Why not? Hull doesn't do anything, right? I don't know. I just want to fire off my spells. Shadow Spear onto the monk. Makes another monk. Yeah, so do this. Doesn't really matter. Nope. Do we put that there? If we put it here, at least trades. So we go to 11. Yeah, I think we put it there. All right, brick one time. Brick one time. Please, opponent, brick one time. Okay. All right. I mean, block. Net take 3. So if we net take 3, yeah, so effectively go to 2, go to 5, trade off, jump. I think this is kind of what we have to do. And we're dead. All right. GG. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, natural Tron, dismember. Them's the beats. Yeah, game 2 we drew so fucking fire, so can't complain too much. I guess they also had the Devourer, so they probably had 2 Tron pieces trying to find the third. If they don't have the dismember for the Magus, then I think we're in like really good shape. But that's why they put it in their deck. These are definitely games that I want to kind of go back, because I think I'm almost certain we could have gotten game 1 if we had just kept All Is Dust in mind. So reviewing that will be fun. All right, playing against Daxers. We have a relevant hate piece, maybe. We also have, like, I think it's a keep because any land is pretty good because we can trigger Cutter. Yeah. I think I will keep this. They mold to 6 also. Also, we do have Portable Hull if they are something a little more aggressive. Like, we have interaction and interaction. And we have, like, multiple ways to equip Cutter. Like, yeah. This hand has a lot going for it. It's just missing some lands. And we can surveil. If this was basic plains, would not keep. I might not even keep if it was an elegant parlor. Okay, Thoughtseize me? Sure. Oh, Thoughtseize themselves? Let's go, Tormod's Crypt, the Soul Read. Okay. Yeah, I'll do this. Awesome. And let's see the rest of their hand, actually. So they took the Oculus. So Frog, Unearth. So we also get to Portable Hole the Frog. So good. Okay. Yep. Wow. Deal. All right, yeah, let's get a surveil land. As much as I would like that card, I need a land. I would even take a Mox. Okay. Look, if we're going to have all this, then we need to find a land still, but this was a very good hand against their hand. Yep. Eat your frog. We French. All right. Good beats, good beats. That's the worst. So I think it's 8 here. Yeah. All right. Yep. Take one for sure. If I'm them, I'm probably just discarding at least one Unearth. What do I know, though? Yeah, I mean, all right. Crypt you. So they found another Oculus, would be my guess. Yep. Sure, whatever. Those were... All right, so we're still not out of it if we can find a land right now. Come on. I've had so many looks. Does that count? I believe it does. So we go hammer, mopal, gift. Yes. Can also go gift for... No. So we can... What are we gifting for is the question, right? So we can gift for a spear. No, all right. Well, either way, we have to play the hammer. Well, so we can actually hold up. We can gift for a mantle, cast mopal. I think I'm still better off just doing this. And now we gift, hold up. So we gift for a hammer. Can also gift for a spear. So we're taking 2, 7, 8, 9. So we need to be able to come back here. So wow, this is complicated. So we're gifting for sure. Question is, it's like we can go cutter, cast mantle, trigger cutter, cutter, cast mantle, trigger. They're only at 13. Yeah, I think it's mantle. Yeah, so we grab mantle. This means that any untapped land off the top lets us cutter. Yeah, so I need to dodge, but they only have 2 draws. They haven't hit many lands. Hopefully they just hit 2 lands and we win the game. Of course, they could like flip over another Oculus, and so be it. I don't think so. Like, you grab boots, right? But they still make a guy. So without the trample, it doesn't matter anyway. Are they gonna Thoughtseize? Okay. So what are we hoping to find here? I don't think boots is worth the slot anymore with all the cutters. Keep in mind we surveilled, didn't find a land, and then proceeded to not find land for 4 more turns. So like 6 looks, right? Yeah, so 6 looks at a 18 outer. That's also, we could have hit Mox much sooner. But yeah, so I think the hand is still keep. Yeah, they found a lot of unearths. Okay, so what do we need to find here? Okay. We needed a paladin, right? Yeah, paladin potentially would have done it. Cutter, mantle. Yeah, we're toast. All right. Let's see what. Okay. So the good news, we didn't even see red mana, so I'm not gonna welding jar here. I will bring in the Grafdigger's Cage, of course. And I think that's all we really want. And we trim an Ornithopter because that card's pretty bad. All right. Generally, yeah, I like this matchup, but sometimes you just brick off and die. Obviously, that's a risk you take with the 1-lander, but it is funny how well the hand lined up, and then we just we couldn't quite pull it across the finish line. All right. Yeah, don't want those. Cool. All right. Oh yeah, they hit second Psychic Frog. Man. Yeah, because we played Crypt, threw the frog in the hole, and then they brought back the Oculus. We popped the Crypt. In their 3 cards, they had, I think, land, second Oculus, and of course we knew about the 1 mana reanimation spells. But yeah, so the other question is, Nian, what do you cut to make room for the boots? Like, yeah, when you have access to, between Gift, Tezz, and Saga, when you have access to like effectively 12 additional copies of the first copy of a card, it's obviously tempting to have, but what are you cutting to make room is always the hard part. All right. I'm going to keep it. And I'm going to shove Cage on 1. And we are just going to draw a land off the top so we get 2 Cutter plus Bobble. That's what's going to happen. Like, I want to get it in under the consigns that people like to bring in. Yeah, just play it. It's so good. It effectively stops Oculus. I mean, it's still a 5/5 flyer, but I hope we can manage that. We might not be able to. Okay, are they going to go 2/5 or are they keeping 6? Actually, I will bobble on 1. Yeah, getting it through the Thoughtseize is also really big. I did keep 6. All right, let's take a look at... And I'm going to do it in their upkeep because Thoughtseize, that way they actually have a little bit less information to work off of. All right, Watery Grave. So we get 2 draws at a land. Yeah, played the Watery Grave. Are we getting Thought Squeezed? We are not getting Thought Squeezed. All right, I will deploy this. Are we piercing? Looks like it. Yep. Nope. Joke's on you. I don't care. Spell Pierce is 1 mana negate against me. Good news is if they play Frog, then we get to hole it, and we're still in the game. If we... Obviously, they're not going to play Frog this turn, but I'll run out another aid. Sure. Sick. Love that for me. Okay. Okay. So now I just want the ability to get a cutter into play, which is real nice. Because we also have the mantle to trigger it on their turn. Thought Scour themselves, sure. So if they ever tap out, I'm just casting Cutter. Looting, sure. So there's the red. All right. Persist. Yeah, so it is actually just the reanimation shell. Gotcha. All right. There we go. Well, let's surveil. I think we need lands. I think that is what we need. Okay, that's really nice, actually. Yeah, so now we can Cutter on their turn and then untap Cutter again. Yeah, that's pretty... That was really nice. Sure. What would you like? I assume they're taking a cutter here, but could be wrong. If they're super heads up, they might take the mantle. That doesn't seem right. Every time I flood and I'm just like, ah, maybe we cut a land, go to 19. This happens. I was like, ah. And so let's figure out what we can glean is in their hand based on what they take. Okay. So now I'm like not inclined to cast Cutter. Not at all. Okay. I was like, if they Thoughtseize me, I will definitely cast Cutter. 3 mana, so they're casting just a normal Oculus? Sure. Okay, well now I don't think I have much choice in the matter. I'm assuming they... Oh, what? Let's go. Wow, yes. That's so exciting. And now they get to mill 2. Oh, that's so good. Whew. Okay, they push it. That's fine. We got the Cutter into play, which is all I cared about. Yep, you can mill 2. Cage is so good against Oculus. Oh boy. I mean, so if I had a 0, I would just Cutter 0, but I don't have one. So if we just like gift for a hammer, cast hammer. I guess they know about hammer, right? Yes, they know about... The card they don't know about is Pithing Needle. Yeah, I think we just get another hammer here. All right. Do we have a consign? No. Sick. What we got? All right, so yeah, okay, so they probably have another push here. If they do, so be it. Yep, so push. You got it. I don't think they have much counter magic. Like, I get the feeling they don't. Oh boy. Another Oculus? All right. All right. Is the last card in your hand push? Pyroclasm. Good to know about. I mean, so we're gonna control, turn off auto yields. I don't know. And do that or hole plus hammer. Doesn't sound very good to me. And with that on the stack, cast second hammer. Okay. Oh my god. Oh, sure, okay. Alright. Can they brick one time, please? No is the answer, by the way. Give me a paladin. We haven't seen a single paladin, right? Clearly they never didn't have it. Now they... Oh, such a tilter. Opponent's playing this game super well. But, yeah. Frog? Okay. Okay. Give me a paladin. One time. Alright, we're dead. We finally found a third mana on turn 9. Alright, so you can definitely lose when you're drawing shit. Oh, man. I guess just compared to the opponent, but okay. Yeah, so if that turn we just go like needle on frog, not that turn, like the turn and cycle. So needle on frog, hammer. They kill it. And then what is our plan after that? We then have another hammer. Okay, yeah. So I think we... Well, no, because then they're still not dead, right? This hand's a little slow, but I think I'm about it. Because it has more than one land. And that's just like... that's going to be my level here. Also, called shot. I knew we would not play against a single, like, blink deck. Okay, another one of these. Watery Grave in hand. Ugly Watery Grave. Go with the classics, people. Like white bordered 7th edition planes. Okay. Good news is we get to surveil here. Please. Please. I think you're probably done. All right. Upkeep stop should be illegal unless you are actively engaging with the game. Like, what is this? Thank you. Okay, I think we sandbag the bauble for now. Yeah.
Yes, let's proceed with that plan.
What the? Phone, stop listening. Ew. Okay. Okay. Undercity sewers. You got it. Let's get a surveil. Please. Give me a surveil. All right. I think I'm about that. I think I play that off the Saga. So there's also an interesting consideration of if we play Marsh Flats, cast Hammer, then we get another Surveil. Then the following turn we can go like Saga, Tezz. Seems pretty good to me. Yeah, the other Surveil is really good too. Yep. Psychic Frog, sure. And this doesn't change the speed at which we can find a Tormod's Crypt, which is the relevant part. Unearth a frog. Okay, sure. Okay, so 4 mystery cards. Interesting. I wonder if they have like another Unearth. No, okay. All right, get another Surveil. I also really like that we get to throw the frog in the hole. It's obviously pretty nice. That is an interesting one, but I don't think we want it, weirdly. And I'm doing it this way to play around Spell Pierce, which we've seen other versions of this deck play. Okay, love that. I'm going to save the Bauble here for the Tezzeret, I think. Yeah. A Mopal would have been really nice here, but what you gonna do? They didn't discard anything to the frog. Interesting. All right. Jeez. Okay. Yeah. They just have nothing going on. We still did they discard the Watery Grave? No. Okay. So we still know the Watery Grave's in their hand, I think. All right. Okay. I mean, this is kind of fine. Probably play the Bauble here. Yes. So now we make a 4/4. Untap. Probably do it again. I don't know. This is a wild game. Definitely need to look at what these builds look like so that I can get a better feel for like what kind of interaction they're generally playing. So we can Bauble them here. I don't think I want to. I think I'd rather just like keep the sizing on the construct. Yep. Sure. Did we find something to reanimate? We did find something to reanimate. It's pretty annoying, but all right. So I take the Paladin. Almost certainly. Yep. Truly shocking behavior. All right. Yeah, persist the Archon. Sure. Discard the Sacred Foundry. That is wild to me. that they still have not played the Water Grave. Like, or wait, did I just miss it? No, they fetched that, right? All right. Actually, my apologies. I will be right back. All right, sorry about that. So I am trying to figure out if I'm supposed to crack the bauble. If I crack the bauble, it goes down to a 3/3. Untap. Make a construct. Maybe grab Mopal. Can make another construct. Yo, what's up, Ross? Appreciate it. It's been a weird day. I think I am going to pop the bauble here. Thoughtseize. Good to know about. Terrible. Told you I had to draw a million lands or none. Okay, so we can let. Oh, no. Okay, so it's acted differently than usual. All right. So if we go construct, grab Mopal, construct. I think I'm supposed to float. I could sinkhole them. I don't think that's very good, but I don't hate it. So we can go Mox Opal. Mox Opal, put. Yeah, sure. All right, I'm just going to do this. Play land for turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, land for turn. Tezz. Yeah, just tap that. Sure. And here, almost certainly grabbing a crypt because we can deploy it for free. And it stops more of the persist nonsense. Okay, let's attack. Do we make another construct? The extra point's probably worth it. All right. Now it's funny, they can't reasonably attack the Tezz because then we just sack the Tezz. Their Thoughtseize does nothing. We have their graveyard covered with the crypt. Okay, sure. Looting away. There we go. They finally ditched the Water Grave. Discarded to persist as well. I want them to Thoughtseize me so bad. Do it. Okay, they're attacking the Tezz. Target opponent sacks a creature or planeswalker. Okay. They are currently attacking the Tezz, so I will sacrifice the Tezz and discard an Arid Mesa. Okay. Thought Scour themselves? Sure. Oculus is a card. Thankfully, we have this Tormod's Crypt in our main deck. It's really, really helpful. I mean, no. Definitely just nuking the yard here. Okay, let's make a construct. Yeah, I mean... Ooh. So... They have no mana up. If we needle the Tarn, these become 7/7s. We cast Hull, 8/8s, they're dead. Yep. Because my guess is they have a push. I don't know why else they would have attacked like that. So Scalding, Tarn. All right. Let's go! Sinkhole! My land made a guy, and I will sinkhole you. Yep. I'm assuming they had a push. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. Okay, cool. So against them, I think it's the same shtick. I don't think we're changing much. I think Cage is obviously very good. They are mostly on welding jars, or on the stupid thing. They're on the meltdowns. I think if we draw lands, Tezzeret's really good. So I think I'll keep all of them in. And just, I think I'll play the match a little more aggressively too. Post board. So I'm looking for a fast Cori hand or a Saga hand with some interaction. I think those are kind of the types of hands I'm looking for. We have 2 lands? Oh my god, let's go. We even have an answer to Frog. It's too good. It's too good. I do like the idea of surveilling, but if they tap out, I will probably slam the aid. Okay, so probably just getting thought seized. No, okay. Oh boy. Do they have the turn 2? That'd be pretty good. They might. Discarding Meltdown is okay. Okay. So I think it's Fetch, Shock, Cutter. Yes, because the trample seems incredibly relevant as well. And depending on what happens, I may end up going Paladin, Mantle, draw a card. I don't think it's correct, but... Oh, okay, cool. So we are... Well, I guess they can still unearth, right? Looks like that's what's happening. Okay, so single blue up means Thought Scour, push, snare. That's generally what I... Or Pierce, I guess, is the other one. Okay, drawing that makes me feel way better. So... I mean, screw it. I'm just going to play more aggressively. You got the Pierce. Nope, alright. Sometimes I get into these rhythms where I'm like, oh, we can like play around everything. No, just jam. Just shove cutters down. Whack. Because now they're on the back foot and they have to react. My guess is that they are going to play like a Thought Scour here. But we shall see. Yep, Thought Scour. Frog and Pierce in the yard. And so if they don't do much this turn, I am just going to go like Tezz minus grab Crypt. Okay, Persist is fine-ish. It's fine adjacent. Okay. So we go Paladin. Ooh, okay, so we can play Paladin Tezzeret. Yeah, because we make another dude, too. Because Mantle is obviously very good here. All right, so start with Paladin. Yeah, okay, we still can. Needle on Frog. Psychic Frog. And now we can attach to cast Tezz. Probably minus grab Crypt. Play Crypt. I don't know, man. Getting a hammer seems really, really good too. This is tough. Cage is so much better, but they can grab it with Thoughtseize. Yeah, I'm just going to grab the Tormod's Crypt here. This at least stops them from, like, Arconing us in addition. Actually, I'm going to leave this on here because we've seen Harvester of Misery from other people. No. Don't yield through turn. Okay. So 4 at me, 2 at Tezz. Sure. Tezz down. It's a really nice one. So I think we do this. Now, the hard part is if we are tapping dudes. Because I think we do want to play around Spell Pierce as much as possible. Okay. So float mana. Move this here. Now we cast Aid. And I'm just playing around Pierce this whole time, basically. I will move the Cutter to the new monk. Yeah, so this does play through a Spell Pierce. because we can just tap this guy. Boo. All right, fine. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, let's do this. Fuck it, we ball. We kind of have to block because we're attacking for lethal damage without even getting a hammer through. All right, they have killed a monk. They take 9 potentially. Are you taking 9? That's a lot. 9's a lot of damage. Okay. Move this here for the reasons we talked about earlier. Might as well move this here because it's free. Emperor of Bones, yeah. See, they're trying to get lands now. Okay. I think I was supposed to crypt them in response to the fetch. Yep, I screwed up. Oh, such a beating. Oh, Jesus. Okay, it didn't matter. Yeah, I mean, pop this at least. Okay, well, it kills Cutter, Mantle, Needle. That's it? It's not actually that bad for us. So now an equipment would be really nice. Any equipment, I'm not even picky. Yep, get your stupid thing. All right. Flood Maw. Hate it here. Okay. Yeah, I think we're gonna lose, unfortunately. I don't even know what game this is. Yeah, so they found both meltdowns, right? Okay, yeah. I would assume both were in their opening hand. Otherwise, I don't know why they discarded one, kind of thing. Okay, take 4. Yeah, I can't imagine we're winning this game. Frog, sure. Okay, so what's the last 2 cards in their hand? We're going to find out, I'm sure. All right. Is it on? Counter it. Counter it. Do it. Do it. Counter it. Please. Okay. Well. A hammer does not do it. A shadow spear might chain us into something. I don't think it will, but... Okay. Yes. Yes. Can't imagine what I would need here. Yeah, I think we're toast, unfortunately. I will attack. What went wrong with this game? I think this is the match, right? I think we lost. I don't know if this is game 1 or it's definitely game 2. I don't know. All right. Do we have a push? Why are we? All right. Concede. Okay, cool. So we have game 3. All right. I don't think anything changes. I do think Ornithopter is probably just coming out because it's bad. But I don't think anything is better necessarily. Bobble might be better, honestly. One Ornithopter. Sure. All right. Let's see how this one goes. Please. Okay. I would love to be on the play. This hand does nothing. This hand also does nothing. This hand does things, so we will keep. I think 3rd land and... Is it Thopter? It's either Thopter or Cutter. I'm inclined to just say it's Thopter here. Okay. All right, they kept 7. It's our 5. Let's see. Let's see how we can navigate this one. We get at least 1 surveil. I think we're... If they don't thought squeeze us, then I'm happy to find a 0. Okay. Maybe they'll consign my Do we want a hammer? I'm inclined to say no. Yeah. Okay, sure. It's also kind of wild because I kind of want to flats for a plains play Cutter. But I think I'd rather just Saga here. No Pierce. Love that. All right, all right. Okay. So if they consign the Saga Chapter 2 trigger, it's like pretty obnoxious. Okay, so they surveilled in on Earth. Love that. Otherwise, I'm definitely just gonna make construct. All right. If they are consigning this trigger, then I'm probably going gift 2nd Cutter. All right, perfect. I'm fine just passing the turn here because I think getting constructs to pester them is pretty good. I don't think there's a world where we're not just always making a construct here, so. All right, Scalding Tarn. What are we getting? Sure. Under City Sewers. I've never wanted to get Harbinger of the Seized more in my life. I can't imagine it'll happen, but you know, we can all dream big. Okay, so they can Oculus us here. But if they tap out, they probably die. They don't know that, but yeah, grab second hammer. Cast Paladin, cast hammer. Oh, okay. And then they have 6 in front of way more than 6. All right, and so this is why there is an edge to playing a deck like Hammer as like the cutter deck instead of just like cutting. So they have 6 toughness. This will become a 3, 4, or 24. Yeah, 25. All right. So we float. Let's get another hammer. Yep. Yep. And no reason not to shove this first. I do like drawing cards. I'm going to say no. Could say yes and then move it back, style on them. But I don't think that's correct. Do we do it? Oh, I was going to play Opera Love Song off the needle. Okay. So, thoughts? I mean, the deck felt very good. Flood and Screw are real factors of the deck, but I don't know that it's that much more of a factor than other decks. We played against... Did we play against, like, Frog 3 times? Played against Frog, or the Reanimator deck, whatever, the Grixis. Played against it at least twice. Someone help me out here. What else did we play against? What else did we play against? So we played against Eldrazi, Tron, 2 Frog decks. I don't remember what else we played this league. But it was weird. So we didn't play against a single Blink deck. And we didn't play against Energy at all. So kind of hard to say. Did we play against... I don't think we played against Caleb this league, no. Yeah, I think we played against Frog 3 times this league, and we beat it twice. I don't know. I'll have to look back. I'll timestamp it. So what did we like? I like all this, and I like at least 3 of these. I think 4 is correct. It really rewards you hitting your land drops. I don't think you want to go below 20 lands because we kind of saw what happened. Even with the Moxen, like, we didn't actually flood that much. I need to review my gameplay against the Eldrazi deck, which thankfully we recorded it, so I can actually do. I feel like we definitely could have done something to not lose there. I feel like that's the case in a lot of matchups. Welding Jar is fine. I don't know. These are the 2 that I'm like definitely unsure about. I think Torpor Orb, you just like play that right now because both the blue-white Guide Pride Warp deck as well as the like Felia Blink Overlord of the Balemerc deck. These are very good against both those decks. Mostly shuts them down. Oh, we played against Storm, where the Tezzerets felt very good as additional layers of hate. It is possible you want to play 3 Tezz. If I played 3 Tezz, I would probably play either another Ornithopter or maybe the Cage. If you know you're going to play against all freaking frogs, then the Cage seems great. For right now, I think I'm still going to play the full 4 because even as just like Demonic Tutor for... Let's pull out the cards that it can't tutor for. Yeah, I mean, it gets 20 cards. Grabs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It grabs 9 different cards. It's really powerful. I mean, the deck felt quite good, except for when we like kept one-landers and got Omega punished for it every time. Maybe you need to reevaluate, and by you I mean me, need to reevaluate like when those one-landers are keepable. But other than that, like, I don't know, I'm happy with the direction the deck's going. It feels like it has a lot of play. And so yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I'm going to send y'all over to Dingster. Weird. Why did... Oh, yeah. Yeah, like, Tezzeret is funny, Ross. With Cutter, you're like, oh, well, he can't grab Cutter because these were Stoneforge Mystics. But he does grab everything else. And then he also immediately, like, triggers Cutter. And then does it again. Cards is really dumb. Yeah, I don't know. Game's hard. But that's kind of where I'm at. I'll keep working on this. I might play in the Creator Showdown this weekend. I don't know. Probably will. And if I do, you know I'm going to be playing this because I'm a simple man. All right. Take care, y'all.